OtisWho, music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
OtisWho, music. OtisWho, music. OtisWho, music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
OtisWho, music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
OtisWho, music. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Hello, hello, hello. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Yes, I am here. I am here. Sorry for delay. You know how it is. It's always something going on with technology, and it pisses me the hell off. I'm streaming live at the same time on YouTube and Rumble. So, of course, my bandwidth is a little bit high, and it's giving me a little issues. And I call myself going through the little testing, but you know how I go. But here we go. We here. We live. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the High at Noon News with OtisWho.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Yes, yes, yes. We are here. Another great show for you. It is Monday here in St. Louis. It is, what's today's date? November the 18th. Had a great birthday weekend. My birthday was this Saturday. I didn't really celebrate it. I don't celebrate my birthday. The wife and I, we went out, me, the wife, and our new dog we got, a little puppy, 5 months old. We just hung out, riding around, doing what we do, no big deal. Had a great weekend, though. It was a little gloomy here in the St. Louis area. It is in the middle of fall. But again, we are here live Monday noon at 12:13 here in the St. Louis and Midwest. And I have 4, is it 3 or 4? Oh, okay, it's on the screen. 4 interesting stories that are interesting to me. I don't know if it made the top news. I have no idea, but it definitely made my top news. I am glad you are here with me. Again, thank you for tuning in. But before I get started, you know how we do. We have to get started with my song of the day. It gets nowhere until I play the song of the day. Give me 1 second. You know how I go. Hopefully you guys are having a great day like I am. We're just getting started. We're just getting started, and there is more to come. But thank you guys for tuning in. Let's get it.
It ain't gonna work. The weather may come, but it ain't gonna work. The weather may fall, but it ain't gonna work. No, no. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No, it won't. No, it won't. It won't work. I want you to know God will do what He said He's gonna do. He will stand by His word. He will come through. No weapon formed against you. It may try, but it won't. It can't harm you. It won't work.
Yes, 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 yes. That's how you get the day started. Love that song. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. We are here. We are here. Let's get straight into it. Like I stated earlier, Lord have mercy. This is the High at Noon News with OtisWho.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
And I've picked 5, my fault, 4. It varies from 4 to 5. It all depends. Sometimes it might be up to 10. But today I have 4 interesting stories that I would like to share with you. Okay. First and foremost, it's definitely going to be my reaction, of course, to the Paul and Tyson fight. Let's get into it. All right. As you know, if you are one of the millions who tuned in to the Mike Tyson and Paul fight this past Friday on Netflix. If you all subscribe to the, if you all paid your membership, $6.99, obviously there were a lot of individuals who never had Netflix and decided to get their subscription renewed or signed up for the first time this past Friday, which caused an influx in the overwhelming abundance of streaming, causing my damn Netflix to buffer and not work at all after what, 2 undercards. I was actually live doing a quote unquote live lunch, live fight party on my channel this past Friday. It was going okay. Everything was great, having great conversations. Then all of a sudden, it got the buffering. The Netflix did. I assumed that it was part of us being live at the same time with Netflix because I assumed there was going to be a high abundance of bandwidth. So I thought that affected me going live. So I actually cut my live show thinking that would help the issue. It did not. It proceeded through the whole night. Actually, the only way you could actually watch the fight if you were lucky enough to have Netflix on your phone and you were smart enough to know not to be connected to your Wi-Fi. You had to be actually on your mobile networking system to actually watch and enjoy the fight. So we're sitting at the house, me and my cousin, big screen, not working. We had to resort to our individual phone, sitting on the coffee table, just watching it from 2 different phones, enjoying the fight. One was a little bit, about 5 seconds faster ahead of the other one than the other phone. It was crazy, but that's the only way you can enjoy the fight. So Netflix caused a whole lot of issues. The sad thing about that is it's only $6.99 a month, so you can't even ask. If you don't hit it, stop hitting my camera. Stop it, move. Talking to my dog underneath the table here. So if you, I feel made me lose my damn train of thought. But basically, yeah, this is what I was saying. You really can't complain to Netflix because the prescription is only $7 a month. And the fight was only one night. So what do? Prorate one night, which is 1 out of 30-some days of $6.99. I can do the math real quick, but that's nothing. So you really can't complain to Netflix. It's very unfortunate. Now let's get to the fight itself. The fight itself was lackluster at best. At best. It wasn't that great. It really wasn't. Now, here's the good thing about it. I'm happy for Mike Tyson, him being the age that he is, 54. I remember my father, I think he's 58 years old, 56 or 58. He's in great shape, but he's not in shape enough to fight and beat a much younger opponent like Paul was. I believe Paul is, 27, something like that? So there's like a 30-year gap right there. Again, he's in great shape to be that age, great shape. He made individuals like myself, who's 54, who could actually still believe that you can get in shape, maintain your strength and things like that, walk around with that type of weight, that gusto, get all that. But the reality of it is you cannot beat Father Time. You cannot beat Father Time. He was better off fighting someone his own age. But again, I like what he did. He made it for the older individuals like myself to realize that, hey, we still got it. We can still do what we could do. But other than that, it was a lackluster fight. Paul even came out and said that he even held his punches and kind of held back on him. He didn't really want to hurt him. Kind of believe it, kind of don't. I don't know. To me, it was just a money grab anyway. Now it ties into if when they had their weigh-in, when Mike Tyson smacked him. To me, that was all a stunt. Didn't believe it was serious at all. I really didn't. I really didn't. So my whole quick synopsis of the whole situation is the telecasting of it was horrible. Netflix didn't do a good job at all. They let a lot of individuals down itself. And for the fight itself, it was very, very lackluster. It didn't do anything for me. But again, I'm happy Mike Tyson did his thing at the age of 58. Now, sit back, relax. Hopefully, you got a good purse for it. I tried to do my research. I don't know how much money that they made off of it. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure the numbers will come out. If they are out, I didn't come across it on the internet as of yet. But I'm pretty sure he got paid a pretty decent amount. So now he can sit back, continue to smoke his weed, which is nothing wrong with that. Continue to eat his mushrooms, go back to his podcast, and just fall back. But I will say this. To me, he was in a win-win situation. If he lost like he did, he was sold the fight anyway. If he won, great. If you hit my camera one more time, sit down. Sit down, buddy. Sit down. Relax. So, yeah, Mike Tyson, he's in a win-win situation. He really couldn't have lost, especially if his bank account is going to reflect as such. So that's my take on that first story, the Mike Tyson and the Paul fight over this past weekend. So that's that one. Now, let's move on to the second story of the day. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is a very, very interesting story. Sad, very sad. Once I read the story, you're going to understand and agree with me that these three individuals need their ass kicked. And the question is, who was the person that left the child in their care? But I'm getting ahead of myself. I digress. Let's get to the story. Here we go. This comes fresh out of, well, no, I was about to lie. This is not in the St. Louis area, but I got the story from a St. Louis publication, the Voice of the People _news here on Instagram. So please go and subscribe to their Instagram channel. And if you don't mind, in the chat, in the comments, let them know that OtisWho podcast is doing a great job. Even if I do say so myself, of reinterpreting their stories that they keep us abreast of. But the first story takes place out of Texas. Let's get straight into it. There's no words for the type of action we need against them. That's the title, and you are correct once I read it. Here we go. 3 Texas residents are facing charges after they allegedly locked a 6-year-old in their care in a dryer and ran the machine, authorities said. Harris County Constable Precinct number 4 said deputies responded to the high-tech washer stereo in the 1300 block or 13,000 block of, I can't even say that word, I would break into a seizure road in Houston on November the 11th. So this took place in Houston. Wow. Following a report of child being locked inside a clothes dryer. You need your ass kicked. Deputies arrived to find the child visibly shaking and crying. Deputies attempted to detain the suspects, 2 men and a woman, when one fled on foot. When deputies attempted to pursue the woman allegedly pushed the deputy to block him. 3 suspects were ultimately detained. The man who fled was identified as 20-year-old Jackery Gill. I can't pronounce that name at all. The woman was identified as 19-year-old Life Ford. The other man at the laundromat, identified as 18-year-old Heaven Duncan, was allegedly in possession of a loaded firearm. Oh, shit. Upon investigation, deputies learned that the child was in the care of all 3 adults when he became upset after losing a bag of chips. As punishment, Duncan allegedly placed the child in the clothes dryer as the boy resisted by using his feet and secured the door. Wow, according to an arrest affidavit. Ford allegedly shut the machine, preventing the child from escaping, while Gill allegedly started the machine. According to the affidavit, the child was inside for about a minute before Duncan removed the child and put him in a laundry cart. Bystanders called police and EMS. The child's mother, who was not among the 3 caretakers at the laundromat, was not charged in connection with the incident. She should have been. All 3 suspects were booked into the Harris County Jail. Duncan was charged with child endangerment, and his bond was set at $10,000. Gill was charged with evading on foot, and his bond was set at $100. Ford was charged with interfering with the deputies of a public servant, and her bond was set for $100. Whoa, hold on. My question is, why all 3 weren't charged with the endangerment of the child? Why just the one? That is crazy. I don't get that. I don't get that. But look at these faces from 18 to the age of 20. Now, I really don't fault the mother, but I really do. But at the same time, who allows their child to stay with 3 individual idiots? Who does? But I understand in this day and age, she probably didn't have a babysitter, probably couldn't afford child care. Probably she's related to one of these 3 individuals and didn't have any other choice but to leave them in that one's care. And that is crazy. And you put your child in jeopardy. So take a good look at these 3 faces. Wow, but only one is charged with endangering the child. I don't get that. Wow, wow, wow. Well, let's go on to our next story. I don't get that. That's very troubling to me. It really is. We might got 20. Mike got okay. I'm just looking at my text messages. I mean, not my text messages, my chat. Okay, Haitian in there says Mike got 20 mil for that fight. Great, good job. That's definitely worth it. That's definitely worth it. All right. Moving on to our next story of this beautiful afternoon. All right. Teacher fired after threat to Trump voters. Very, very interesting story. Now, as you recall, if you can recall last week, I believe it was Thursday or Friday, I went over a story of a young man who went berserk over one of his students for wearing a mega hat after the election. He had the gall to throw a fit and have the student removed from his class because he said, and I quote, he doesn't feel like being bothered today. He doesn't feel like being put up with this shenanigans of this student wearing a mega hat because he's upset that his particular candidate didn't win. So I went over that story last week. Today, we have another one. I want you to sit back and relax and just listen to this. Unbelievable. Here we go.
For you guys, just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the you voted for. And just please don't test your gangster on me. Nobody talk to me unless you want to swing. If you want to fight, text me, call me.
The Cheshire teacher under investigation for posting this politically charged video has resigned. That video got national attention.
I spoke with the woman who recorded it, Annie Dunleavy, this afternoon. She apologized to her students and explained the emotion behind her words. If you voted for Trump, literally, please delete me, block me, get rid of everything of me, or step to me so that I know what's up and then I can handle you how I see fit. Just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the blank you voted for. You're not in the clear. Please don't test your gangster on me because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so
it
that
sounds like a threat.
It sounds very extreme. And again, I was in a moment of high emotions and I shouldn't have ever posted the video. But what the message I was trying to get across, and it came off very wrong, was, if this is going to give people the almost permission in their minds to enact violence against women or anybody, I wanted to basically just say, I'm not going to go down without a fight. I mean, it's my life's dream to be a teacher. I consider those kids my kids because I don't have any of my own. And they fill that for me. And it's so fulfilling. It's so rewarding. And I know that what people see right now, I don't look like that person, but I truly would do anything to help any child and any family in need.
She said she doesn't look like that person. Well, shit, you look like that person to me. It's you, ain't it? That's you. You said it. You said it. And her explanation was crazy. Here's my question to the people that did not vote for Trump. a serious question, then I'm going to move on. But I have a serious question. This is not Trump's first rodeo being in office. So if you survived the last time he was in office, what honestly makes you think that you're not going to survive this time with him being in office? I don't understand the thought process. You're still here. You made it through, obviously. You're not 3 years old. You wasn't just born at the time he was president this time. You were actually here. You made it through his last election. So why are you going on a ballistic, crazy vitriol tirade like you just did? Crazy. But this is nothing. Wait till you hear the next story. The next story is even more crazier than this one. Speaking of which, let's get straight into it. Crazy. Our last and final story of noon. My husband and his family voted for Trump. There's 3 dots after that. But before I do that, I'm going to do a standby. 1, to let my dog out to go piss because he's scratching on the door, pissing me off. And 2, to play a little music to try to play it off. I'll be right back. Please stand by. Ha! This is some live shit here. Can't believe it.
OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. All right, I'm back. Thank you for being patient. I apologize. This is not being recorded. Usually I try to record. No, let me stop lying. I don't want to record these to be much more smoother. I want to call myself going live, giving you the live action right up front and be live with it. But it seems like I might probably need to go ahead and just record this in the morning and release it at noon if this is getting on your nerves, but I do apologize. But that being said, let's get right back into this last and final story here. Again, my husband and his family voted for Trump. So therefore, this heifer decides that she is not going to cook or participate in any holiday festivities because her husband voted for Trump and she can't take it anymore. This is crazy, idiotic, and I don't understand it. I really don't. Now, for the record, before I get into the story, I'm pretty sure there are many households out there that split their ticket. What I mean by that is the husband probably voted for one party and the wife voted for the other. That would be a great topic of discussion on how many households or married couples voted for the same individual versus them voting for opposite candidates. That would be a great topic of discussion. But for this discussion, this particular household, like my household, first of all, I didn't vote, but my wife did. Yes, she voted for Kamala Harris. Hopefully she don't mind me sharing that. Okay, she's a very strong component of women's rights. I understand that. She is pro-choice. I'm pro-life. We get along just fine. We have not been put in a situation to whereas we will have to go across or come across that bridge regarding a pro-choice or a pro-life situation. And I thank God for that. But we do have differences, and I understand that. But with that being said, I don't think it will ever go as far as to we will hold a grudge, whereas she's not going to participate in the family festivities. But this particular family, hey, she took it there. She took it there. Let's see exactly what I'm referring to. I knew he voted red. He knew I voted blue. I had hoped the most capable and the most inclusive candidate would win. He hoped his idea of a better America would win. He won, and from where I stand, America lost. Wow, I don't know why you feel that way, but let's continue. Let me keep my objectivity out of it. Okay, in the aftermath of Tuesday night's results, still under the bed covers Wednesday morning, I scrolled social media looking for hope. I unfriended a few short-minded Facebook friends. Wow. No need to continue our digital relationships and witness their selfishness and hate. Then I saw my husband's post. Here we go. God bless America. God bless number 4547. I had a few likes. My fault. It had a few likes and a few commentators join him in his celebration. He was downstairs in the kitchen making coffee, and I was upstairs avoiding him. I couldn't talk to him. I couldn't even look at him. Now, see, that's crazy. All over an election, you couldn't go downstairs and face your husband, all because of an election. You had to lay in the bed. Okay. I immediately text, I love you, but out of respect for me and all my liberal writer friends, can you please take down that post? Also, tell your family I love them, but I would not be coming for Thanksgiving, and I won't be hosting Christmas. I need space. I'm going to say this, and I hope my wife hear me upstairs while she in her office. I wish you would tell me to take something down regarding an election. Now, it wasn't nothing personal regarding her. That's private and personal that should be remaining inside our household. No, he didn't do that. He's expressing his candidate winning, and she had the goal to text him to tell him to take that down. She would appreciate it, her and her liberal friends. You can kiss my ass, you and your liberal friends. What the hell? I digress. I was trying to stay, okay. Shortly after I sent the text, he brought me a cup of coffee in bed. Better him than me. He says, I am sorry, he said. I understand. What? What do you understand? Please tell me what you understand. I don't get it. Did he? Did he really understand what he and so many others in this country had done? I could not forgive him. Not right now. Those are divorce words to me. I'm sorry. Straight past marriage counseling and all that. You got me all confused. I spent most of the morning doom scrolling next to the cold cup of coffee I ignored, partially because I was distracted, primarily out of spite. At least you honest, wench. I finally got up, made the bed, went outside into the beautiful sunny day, took a few deep breaths, and then went back upstairs to unmake the bed and spend the remainder of the day in it. He went to work, I assume energized by Trump's victory. Yes. The next day, I finally emerged and listened to Kamala's concession speech. She reminded us, only when it's dark enough can you see the stars. Interpretation is everything, ain't it? I wrote to my artist friends and told them to keep shining their lights. I wrote to my musician son in college and his songwriter girlfriend and told them to keep creating. I wrote to my young nieces who were terrified and told them I was there for them. I wrote to my beautiful gay cousin and said I love him and was thinking of him and his partner. All right, Otis, get yourself together. Keep reading. It has nothing to do with you. Hit dolls, holler. Relax. I kept writing. I received a message from a family member who told me her Ukrainian friend was petrified. Another message came in from an actor friend who said she was afraid that the damage that would be done in the next 4 years could never be undone. Oh my God, the rhetoric. One of my sisters wrote and said that she had a panic attack and had to leave work. Oh my God. So you stop working, stop making your money to go, okay, I got you. One of my students rescheduled our afternoon appointment saying she just couldn't function. All idiots. Not all liberals, not all, because there are some conservative idiots as well. But right now I'm speaking and I'm talking about all liberal idiots. You didn't get your way, so you want to sit there and pout in the bed, text everybody but your mama, except your mother-in-law, obviously, and you're not, okay, let me realize, okay, here we go. Where did I go? Later that night, I briefly glanced at my husband. Now, this is what got me. See, I wish I knew who your husband was so I could send him this, because I divorced your mom. Let me stop. I'm joking, but serious at the same time. I don't believe in the divorce. I take them vows seriously, but you married the wrong wench. Later that night, I briefly glanced at my husband and found myself not wanting to look into his eyes I love. I hated this divide. I wanted to touch his forearms and feel our connection, but I also felt an urge to punish him and deny him my touch. Are you kidding me? Triggered, 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 triggered. Are you kidding me? Now here we go. I'm sorry about the holidays, but I cannot bite my tongue like I did with Hillary. Oh, you still butthurt over here? Okay. I told him, I don't want to disrespect your parents or your brother and his family in their home or our home. So it's best this way. No scenes. You can go see them. Seriously, I will not be in the room of 15 people who voted for Trump. Wow. He mentioned our son and his girlfriend who are coming home for Christmas. Right. What about the girlfriend and the son? What about them? They coming home for the weekend. They probably got plans. She want to come home. He want to come home, bring the girlfriend, introduce them to the family on both sides. But no, you're butthurt. She said, my fault. He said, will they feel bad? Bad? I think they already feel bad, she said. Really bad. Instead I said, we will have our own small holiday and it will be fine. You's a selfish wench. You selfish. You selfish. Will it be fine? I was wondering that since 2016 when I saw my husband's stubbornness. Okay, so this has been going on since 2016. Okay. How could a Latino vote for Trump? Here we go. It's coming out. How can any of his family members vote for Trump? Vote for him. Haven't they believed any of Trump's comments about immigration? Is your husband illegal, ma'am? Now, if your husband is in this country legally, why in the hell should he care about the illegal immigrants? Unless he's illegal. I know you're not insinuating that, are you? Aren't they worried about the reproductive safety of the young women and girls in our family? Okay, valid point. Aren't they worried about all the other nightmares that could be headed our way? I was surprised he didn't argue about the change in holiday plans. Normally, it would be a bone out. It'll be a bone of contention because of how close he is with his family. Most definitely, I agree with that. Somewhere inside, he must understand what this election outcome means to me. No, he knows somewhere inside. He knows he's finna divorce your monkey ass, and he's not finna sit there and argue with you because it don't make no sense. And he trying to hide that 401k and get everything in order. Hopefully. I know he has empathy for me, for which I am thankful. I will hold onto this like a life raft as I try to figure out how we move forward with our marriage. Your ass will be receiving divorce papers yesterday. Yesterday. And you must be a nightmare to live with. You are out of your rabbit ass mind. Are you kidding me? Wow. 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 Are you kidding me? Please tell me, people, am I overreacting to this story? This one really touched me. The other three were bad enough, but this one really touched me. She's holding, wow. I don't get that. People are really upset about Trump winning. Now, again, I kept it real. I don't care who really won. It's not going to affect me. I'm not going to allow it to affect me. It's not going to. I'm sorry. It can't affect me. Life goes on. But to react like this, to not want to spend time with your family, your husband, you can't even look at him. You can't even touch him. Are you Whoo, wow. Hey, this is the OtisWho podcast. This is the High at Noon News. Hopefully you found these stories interesting. That was crazy to me. Wow, I don't understand. People are really butthurt. I can't wait to see what tomorrow's story is going to bring. Again, I appreciate you. Hit the like button, share the button, hit the share button if you feel that this information is worthy of being shared. To the left of the screen, if you're watching me, you see my social media platforms. Please do what you need to do to support me on those platforms. Also, to the right, there's my QVR code. Here's my cup of coffee. Where is that? I got one more swig. Please support me and buy your boy a cup of coffee. Just hit the QVR link, and I have merchandise and things like that in the back as well. And you can also support the show by sending your boy a 99-cent cash app. It goes a long way, and I appreciate you. I will see you hopefully later on tonight when I go live about God knows what. But tomorrow for sure for the next episode of the High Noon News at noon. Yes, yes, yes. But until then, I will see you next time. Stay safe, people.
OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.